Well, hello folks, and welcome back to the farm. Well, as you can see there, we weren't at our usual starting point. We're actually over at the pig enclosure, which means that today we're going to buy some pigs, or at least one pig to start with. But before we do that, I just thought I'm going to take you a walk around some of the equipment that we've actually bought in order to farm the pigs, or to grow the pigs. So we'll start off in this corner. Well, I actually bought that water tower. Probably a waste actually, because just round the back there is a water trough, but I didn't realise that at the time. We've also bought this tanker here. This is so we can transport the water to the water troughs down in the pig enclosure. And I've bought this here telehandler. The reason that will become apparent shortly. So what we'll do now, take a walk over to the barn here. Now this piece of equipment here, what you actually do is you put your bales in the back, and through that sort of a spout or chute on the front, that mashes the bales up, a straw, and shoots that over into the pig enclosure, which I will show you in a very few seconds. And this basically is just a animal transporter, though we won't be needing that just this second. So we take a walk over to here. This area here is basically the bedding area where the pigs are allegedly going to sleep. So this area here we have to fill with straw. So that's where that machine comes in. That launches the straw over into there. So we're going to go on forward there. Where's my tractor gone? I had a tractor somewhere here. Don't know where that's gone. And there's my bales of straw waiting there. So this is the actual pig enclosure itself. So we just have a walk round. So obviously they are the pig. There is a name for that, but I can't remember what they are. But this is in effect is the pig enclosure. This is where the straw goes in here. So take a run over here. Now this area is where we have to put the water. That's obviously another area for the pigs to go to sleep, I suppose. And just round here, this is where the food goes. We have to use 4 types of food. We'll talk more about that in a few moments. Just carry on round to this corner here. Obviously pigs produce a lot of manure, so that's where the manure will end up, and that's where the slurry goes, which we can then use to fertilise the fields along with the manure there. Now in order to buy a pig, we stand here. Now I'm not actually going to do it just this second, but this is what we do in order to buy a pig. Now if we transport the pigs ourselves using the transporter, then it's free, but if we actually just buy one there, we have to pay for a delivery charge, but that's where we buy the pigs. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to stop and have a look at the animal menu on here. So we'll take a look at the animal menu there, if you just bear with me a second. Right folks, there we go. This is the animal menu. So what we need to look at is the middle column, which is the pigs. So as you can see, we don't own any pigs, so we haven't got any productivity. Now the reproduction rate is, obviously, the pigs get up to naughty thing and produce little pigs. So that tells you the production rate, and next one is the next animal is due. Now the next one down is manure, obviously that self-explanatory, as is the manure. Now, in order to get the pigs to produce at 100%, the next column down, or the next section down, cleanliness, that has to be 100%, or as high as we can get it. All the other ones have to be full up 100% or in the green. So as you can see, we need water, straw, corn, wheat and barley, and then cannelloni, sunflower or soya beans. And also we could use potato or sugar beet. But basically all of that has to be in the green area, and then the animals will produce 100%. So that's what we need to keep in mind once we've got our pigs, that always has to be checked and made sure it's always producing 100% by keeping regular food, water, etc, etc, etc. Right, so we're now going to jump back to the pig enclosure. So there we are, folks, we're at the pig enclosure. But what I need to do now is go and find a tractor. So if you just bear with me a few minutes, folks, I will go and grab myself a tractor, and by the magic of technology we shall return shortly with a tractor. Well, here we are, folks. Magically we have a tractor. This again is one of the new ones I recently bought and tinkered with it, so it's got larger tyres, bigger engine, etc, etc, etc. So I'm not actually sure which is the best way round to do it, whether to buy the pigs first or to put the food, etc. But I think we'll do a pig first. But before we actually buy a pig, there's a little story I want to tell you. A friend of mine, a work colleague, who enjoys watching my farming videos and has made several comments about the farming videos and how much he actually enjoys watching the videos. So I thought, as a mark of respect for his continued support, what I'm going to do, my very first pig, I'm going to name after this person. So without further ado, my first pig is going to be called Philip, or Phil, or Philly. So folks, without further ado, let us buy a pig. So we've got to press the L3, no we haven't, that's the L3, you fool. So we want to buy a pig. So to start with, we're going to buy one pig. So as you can see in the bottom right, £3,000 plus £200 transport fee. That's a lot of transport, but we'll confirm that. So there we go, press the square. Do you really want to buy this animal? Yes, this animal, which is now called Philip. So yes, we do. So where is he? Somewhere in there. Where's he gone? Ah, there he is. So let's go and meet Philip. So there we go. This is Philip, or Phil. He's a very handsome fellow too. But obviously Philip needs something to eat, as he's digging around in the dirt, which is usual for Philip actually. So there we go. We have to buy Philip something to eat now. So I think the first thing we'll do is we're going to do the bedding, because that's the easiest thing to do. So we'll do the bedding first, and we shall need to pop back to the actual farm and get all the other bits and pieces up together. So oop. So the first thing we need to do is do the bedding. This is the first time I've actually tried this, so I'm not sure what to expect. So in this vehicle we have to put the the bales in. Now that was why I bought the telehandler, to actually drop them in there. But having watched a YouTube video, you can't actually open the back door. So I don't know if we open the back door, will we be able to actually just drive up to the bales and they will actually just miraculously fall in. I don't know, we'll try it and see. I've got me doubts. No. So we're going to need to jump into the telehandler. I knew there was a reason why I bought that. I hate driving these machines. They're a bit of a nightmare. May not have left myself enough room over there. I probably haven't. Let's see if I can hook that one up. Oop. Just hopefully I will just balance it on the end of the bale spike. Quite that's not exactly gone in, has it? Might have a lot of success there, folks. I'm just going to jump into the machine and actually see what happens. I think it would be better if I was to move the tractor anyway. I need to turn it round because I think the spoke's the other side. It's not started off very well, folks, I have to say. It's a steep learning curve here. I'm going to go just up in that field and turn around. That's where that is supposed to go. Aha, there we go, folks. So, I was actually slightly wrong because that is actually feed. I thought that was going to be bedding, so I did make a slight mistake there, folks, but hey ho, you live and learn. So I'm now going to park that there. I truly thought that was for bedding, I have to say. As we've got the tractor at this end, we'll just take up and pick up the water tank. As I said, folks, this is the first attempt at this. think I'll just go around the block with this one, it's quicker. The first trough is food, so this one's going to be the water. So unload, so we filled it up with water, enough for 6 days. I'll just park this back round here again. Don't need to put that in for it now, we can actually back that up into there now, we don't need that for a while. So before we go and get the rest of the food, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to check the animal menu again, just to see what's actually happened. Right, so we'll just jump over to the animal menu. Bear with me a minute, folks. Right, so as you can see, cleanliness is 100% because he's not a dirty little pig. So that's green, the water's green because it's full up, the straw is green because it's full up, and our productivity is 10%. Because there's only one pig, so if we end up with more than one pig in there, with only one pig to start with, there's something rather strange. So what we do now is dive back to the pig enclosure, and then we're going to start getting the food. So what we need is corn, wheat, barley, cannelloni, etc, etc. So let's see what happens now. Go and have a closer look at Philip while we're here. Yeah, he definitely looks like Philip, without a doubt. So what I'm going to do now, folks, is dive over to our farm, pick up a trailer, which we've bought already, and start bringing some of the stuff over. One of the things I did see on YouTube is 3 tipper trailers in a row, 3 lots of food, but my driving skills are not that good that I can manage 3 trailers. Not only that, I haven't got 3 trailers. Or certainly 3 suitable trailers. What, wrong way? Oh no, I was too busy not paying attention. Too busy talking to you folks and not paying attention. As you can see, we've got some crops in the grow. That is soya beans at the minute, folks, we've got. Because now we have to produce enough crops not only to sell but also to feed Philip. So I'll grab this trailer here, this is my new trailer. Very good reversing, was it, folks? We'll drive over the grain storage, which is over here. Take a shortcut through the barn so we can get through without hitting anything. Look at that. Park ourselves under the trough. So what we need first is we go for corn first. I think corn makes up about 50% of the complete load. We probably bring some of this back. Not sure whether this trailer does it from the side or from the back, or perhaps either. Actually went the wrong way though, didn't I? don't quite know what I'm going to do here. Let's do just reverse up to it, I think, just to show off my reversing skills. How about that? This is where it goes horribly wrong, folks, now. Not that good, was it? Right, unload. Take that back, and I'm assuming we've got to put the rest of the food on top of that. I walked into the trail. Yeah, that seems to have filled that up, but I'm assuming we just put the rest in there as well. That's what I'm hoping to do. If not, then I've done something terribly wrong. Right, let's have a look at the animal menu again, so if you just bear with me again, folks. So as you can see, the corn is full up, so we can either put wheat or barley in next. So it depends what we got most of, I suppose, folks. As you can see, we've also produced one of manure and one of liquid manure. One of what, I don't know, 1 litre, 1 cup. So right, we'll go back to the farm now and bring some more food over. What we need to do there is unload there. So the next one's wheat or barley, so we'll just check the menu and see what we got the most of before we continue unloading. So just bear with me, folks, we'll check to see what we got the most of. So there we go, go into that one. Same process as before. I hope this is going to work. That was wheat I was wrong. So we'll fill up the trailer. I don't know how much we need to take, so I'll just fill the trailer up. Again, whatever surplus we'll bring back. Looks like all the straw gone, I'm not sure. Let's try go inside, or is it the trailer, at the trough now with the trailer? We can't unload it. Poor man, I thought we were chucking that on the floor, folks. That would have been a bit of a disaster. So again, we'll pop over to the animal menu, just have another quick look and see how that's going, so if you bear with me again. So there we go, folks. you see they're getting to be green now. Oh, and productivity is up to 55%. Well, if that produces another pig without a lady pig in there, then who knows? That would make that Philip a very clever creature. So we either need cannelloni, sunflower or soya bean. Well, I think it's probably going to be sunflower because I've only just started to grow cannelloni. But we haven't got any potato or sugar beet, so we're going to have to go without that, I'm afraid. So we might not get it up to 100% because I haven't grown any potatoes or sugar beet because I haven't got the equipment to harvest it. So what we do is we'll jump back to the tractor and then go and get the last bit for a minute of the food. So bear with me. Right, so let's make our way back to the farm again. Try not to run into the tree. Oh, I've done that. Oh, as you can see, Philip is having a bit of food there. Third time lucky I can get through without hitting the barn. Oh, I didn't that time, did I? Let's just check the menu again and see which we got the most of. So if you bear with me again, folks. Right, sunflower it is then, folks. Oh, I didn't notice that. It did tell us on there what we've actually got. Look, I didn't read that. So we got most of sunflower. Soya beans we haven't got much of. Corn. So go for sunflower, I think. Cannelloni is a little bit less, right? So we'll go for sunflower. So whilst we're waiting for that to fill up, I'm going to have a little bit of a drink. In case you're wondering what I've got gin and tonic, so if you just bear with me. And very nice it was too. I know, don't drink and drive. But we're not in the real world. We're in the magical world of Farming Simulator 17. Now we might not get Philip to produce at 100% if we haven't actually got the other food sources in there, the potato or the sugar beet. But unfortunately at the minute I haven't got the machinery to produce that, nor can I afford to buy any at the minute. So poor old Philip might not be producing it 100%. Oh, look at that, I mean that's pretty good reverse in there. Well, that's all the food we got at the minute, folks. So let's just dive onto the menu again and have a look and see how things are looking. You bear with me again. So there we go, folks. We're only running at 77% productivity because we haven't got any potatoes or sugar beet, so that's going to be the next thing I'm actually going to have to start aiming to grow, but first of all I'm going to have to buy the machinery. So there you go. That, or perhaps the productivity won't be at 100% because there's only one pig. Didn't think of that, did I? No. Perhaps we need 2 pigs. More than likely we need 2 pigs. So I think we ought to go and buy Philip a friend. So just bear with me, we'll jump back to the pig enclosure and see about buying Philip a friend. So there we are. Let's just stop the tractor and jump out of there and go and yeah, I think we ought to go and buy Philip a friend, don't you? Because one thing is, once we're starting producing pigs, we can actually sell them. The more pigs, the more you produce, the more you can sell. Trouble is, I might sell Philip by mistake. That would be quite bad news. So we're going to buy another one. But in future I should be going to the supplier, because I'm not going to pay them extortionate delivery prices. Yep, so we're going to buy another Philip. What are we going to call this one? Aha, oh it is. Oh, look over there, look. Let's go and meet, hopefully, Mrs. Philip. Don't know. So, come on then, Philip. Do your bit. Produce some more bacon for me and sausages. So let's just dive into the menu again and see if productivity's gone up. Bear with me again, folks. So as you can see, productivity's gone up by 95%. I don't know whether that's the food. I don't think so. I think you can add. See, it's 5% the other. Yes, as you can see, folks, down there, it's that last 5% at the bottom, which is root crops, potato and sugar, which are only produced at 95%. So that's going to be my next goal. But look, production rate is, whatever that means, next animal is in 75 hours. 75 hours, Philip, what's up here? Thought you had a bit more in there than that. But anyway, there you go, folks. That is how we start with the pigs. So we just jump back to the pig enclosure for one last look. Ah, where's old Philip? Is he producing more Philips? So there you go, folks. That's the first livestock on the farm. We've chosen pigs. No other reason than they didn't do pigs on the last farming simulator. So until the next time, thanks for watching, and hopefully when you join us again there'll be a few more pigs and we can get them to produce at 100%. But the next thing I'm going to need to do is start aiming towards producing or planting and cropping potatoes and sugar beet. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye bye for now.